Was there a time, Ed, where it was like cut and dry, that any time parents separated, divorced, whatever, that automatically the kids went to the mom, no questions asked? And that doesn't exist quite so much anymore, does it?
That is accurate, Bert.
Was that always, that was kind of the rule for a long time, wasn't it?
Let's go way back. Before the 1960s, which obviously was a great cultural, the beginning of the radical change in our culture, you could actually go to court, have a whole trial. Let's say I'm Judge Weinstein. Go through a whole trial, and I'll say, I don't grant your divorce. Go home and work it out.
Refusing to grant a divorce.
Right.
Really? Yeah? Wow.
Exactly. Where now,
Yeah.
she didn't feed the cat, you get a divorce.
Right, of course. Right.
You know.
That's all you need, right?
So, pre-1970, a divorce was something, it was almost like if you got pregnant and you weren't married.
It was
like
kind of hush-hush,
right?
yeah.
Now people, they go on Facebook, they're like, they talk too much about the divorce. I'm like, you got to get off that thing.
That's probably something that might make your job a little tough. Social media nowadays, that's something that's got to factor in making your job either a little easier or a lot harder. As people blab on Facebook and Twitter and their own websites and whatnot. Well,
first and foremost, is it's easy to surmise and understand. Back in the day, if you were miserable and you're thinking about your old high school girlfriend, unless she showed up at the reunion or you live in one small town, you don't see her
There was
again.
no contact, right.
Now you sit at a computer, type in Mary Lou, and there she is. And you send her a friend request.
Right.
She accepts it. How you doing? Oh, I've thought about you all these years. Oh, obviously I'm thinking about you. My marriage stinks. How's yours? My marriage stinks too. Really? Man. I'm taking a flight to Seattle. I'll come see you. Facebook, there's a reason why certain religious leaders are very anti-Facebook. They feel, and I think it's fair to say, that it's not helping families stay together.
No. And I think we're seeing a lot more of that as Facebook continues to grow, and these things where old flames are kind of finding each other and creating a lot of problems.
Exactly.
You had mentioned the email thing before as well. If someone sends you an email or communicates via email or Facebook or whatever, is that something that the other side has privilege to those communications, or is that considered like an email, like a privileged communique between you and a client?
That area of the law is developing for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Facebook it's really only in the last 2 years that it's really blown up.
Mm-hmm.
I gave a seminar last September about admitting Facebook printouts or what have you into evidence. And the answer is, if you write on a public wall, you have pretty much waived any right to privacy.
Interesting.
It's literally called a public wall.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a quick funny story.
Okay.
This fella comes to see me. His wife's having an affair with a coworker, and she's brand new to Facebook. She says, I'm working late Wednesday night. And they meet wherever, and enough said.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, she types in ridiculous detail that I am quite confident I can't do on the station of what went down that night. But instead of sending it as a private message, she posts it on the public wall, and her husband's her friend.
It's almost like an Anthony Weiner kind of thing.
Right, exactly. So my guy comes to me, and he says, here's how I handled it. First, I thought it was a joke. And then he thought about it all day. So what he did, he walked in the door, dinner's ready, and he hands it to her.
Wow.
And he said, she starts laughing, it's a joke. He's like, she didn't laugh. I'm like, God, my name's Ed Weinstein. How you doing?
Wow. Man, oh man.